Melissa Gorga thinks RHONJ should follow RHONJ's lead. Leave a couple, bring a couple new. The Real Housewives of New Jersey star, Melissa Gorga, says the franchise needs a good recasting. She told E! News on April 30, "I always saw leave a couple, bring a couple new. I think it's working for The Real Housewives of Atlanta right now, right? The show is great, it's doing really well. So I think they need to do that with Jersey. And that's where the tricky part comes in," the reality star added. As for the Jersey Shore star, Nicole Snooki Palizzi possibly joining the cast, Gorga has her doubts. She actually doesn't like the drama. "Snooki has told me she'd be, scared to be on our show." However, Gorga revealed that Bravo is scouring the Garden State for new RHONJ cast members. "I feel like the casting for The Real Housewives of New Jersey has turned the state upside down within the last 6 months and has literally spoken to every Jersey girl," she said. Gorga shared that multiple women have told her that they spoke to casting directors for the franchise. "So at least we know they're putting in the time. They're looking. I'm so curious as to see what's at the end of the tunnel," she told the publication. Bravo put RHONJ on pause after season 14, and so far, none of the housewives have been confirmed to come back. All of them have been in contact with production, but not with any news. There's still an open line of communication, but no news on who is coming back or who is not coming back, a source told Us Weekly in February. The source did say that producers still wanted the franchise on their roster, but it's the higher-ups who are digging their heels. None of the housewives have heard anything from the network, the insider revealed. Sprinkle cookies were a point of contention between Gorga and her sister-in-law, Teresa Giudice, in RHONJ Season 3. Giudice recounted the time Gorga showed up to a Christmas dinner with sprinkle cookies bought from a supermarket, which she thought was unacceptable and ended up tossing them away. After RHONJ was put on hiatus, Gorga came out with her own line of sprinkle cookies, which she announced in December 2024 on Instagram. Introducing Sprinkle by MG. "My passion for sprinkle cookies is finally available for you. With it Sprinkle-Bing, the ultimate sprinkle butter cookie that's as chic as it is delicious. Trust me, you will not want to throw these in the garbage," she wrote. Since then, Gorga launched her sprinkle coffee cake, which she shared on April 1. The batter is filled with colorful sprinkles. It's topped with a buttery streusel crumb and a hint of vanilla. "The perfect spring cake for all your Easter and Mother's Day celebrations," she wrote. "I was so overwhelmed, but also overjoyed with how the response was to the sprinkle cookies. Everyone went so crazy, so we knew we wanted to do something more," Gorga shared with People. She added, "The reason I developed this company is it truly is my favorite type of dessert and cookie. It's really what I love." In the ever-evolving universe of reality television, change is the only constant, and no one knows this better than Melissa Gorga, the long-standing star of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. After over a decade of navigating explosive feuds, lavish parties, family drama, and table-flipping chaos, Gorga has a bold idea for refreshing the franchise, and she's looking south for inspiration. "I think Real Housewives of Atlanta did something really smart," Gorga recently said during a Candid podcast appearance. "They shook things up, left a couple OGs, brought in new energy, and it kind of reset everything. RHONJ needs that too." Gorga's comments come at a crucial time for RHONJ, a franchise once built on family loyalty and frenemies turned sisters, now fractured by bitter disputes and fatigue among viewers. Though the series still delivers its signature New Jersey spice, many fans, and even some of its cast members, have expressed that the dynamics feel stagnant. The battle lines have been drawn for seasons now, with little evolution in storylines or relationships. "It's the same fights, just with different dresses," Gorga joked. "At some point, you either evolve or you fade, and we're too good to fade." Her solution? A partial cast reset. Not a complete overhaul, but a curated refresh inspired by what The Real Housewives of Atlanta recently attempted. That show benched some veterans, introduced fresh faces, and leaned into new storylines, with mixed results but undeniable buzz. Melissa sees potential for RHONJ to embrace a similar transformation. I'm not saying cut everybody. But let's be real, some of the energy is stale. I'd love to see a few new women come in, shake things up, bring new friendships, new drama, new laughs, and let a couple take a break. It's not personal, it's evolution. A Jersey staple speaks up. Gorga, who joined the show in season 3 as the glamorous and ambitious sister-in-law of Teresa Giudice, has been a key figure in the show's most defining moments. Her arrival reignited long-simmering family tensions, and she quickly carved out her own fanbase with her fashion ventures, quick wit, and sharp tongue. But after 12 seasons, even Melissa admits she feels the strain of repeating the same emotional loops. When you know you're going into another season to fight the same war, with the same people, it gets exhausting. For us and the viewers. Melissa isn't alone in this sentiment. Behind the scenes, Bravo executives have reportedly been exploring ways to re-energize the show's format. Viewer ratings have slipped slightly compared to the franchise's heyday, and social media chatter often calls for more authentic friendships and less manufactured feuding. That's why new blood is essential, Gorga continued. It brings unpredictability. It forces people to interact in new ways. Maybe old enemies could find allies in the new girls, or maybe the new girls become the new villains. That's what keeps it fresh. A calculated shakeup. Melissa's proposed couple in, couple out strategy echoes what RHONJ recently did. The Atlanta franchise, facing its own fatigue, introduced a few new personalities while respectfully putting some iconic cast members on pause. It wasn't a flawless fix, but it ignited curiosity. And Melissa believes RHONJ could benefit from a similar risk. You don't have to lose the heart of the show. Just give it a heartbeat again. Fans have already begun speculating who might be on Gorga's hypothetical rotation list. Though she declined to name names, Melissa insists it's not about popularity contests or personal vendettas. It's not about who you love or hate. It's about the chemistry, the dynamics. Sometimes even great people just don't click on camera anymore. That's okay. She envisions casting with intention, bringing in women who have compelling stories, real connections to the cast, and lives worth following beyond the group dinners and girls' trips. It's not just about drama. I want to see powerful women building businesses, raising families, going through real stuff, and still turning up when it's time to throw shade. The Teresa factor. Of course, no discussion of RHONJ can ignore the show's most polarizing and enduring figure, Teresa Giudice. Melissa's relationship with Teresa, now more tense than ever, is arguably the backbone of the show. Yet even that storyline may have reached a saturation point. Look, I don't think Teresa and I are ever going to braid each other's hair and have sleepovers, Melissa said with a laugh. But I do think we've told that story. And I think if RHONJ is going to move forward, it needs more than just Melissa versus Teresa. In fact, Gorga sees new cast members as a possible bridge, or at least a detour, from the entrenched family feud. Sometimes a fresh face changes the energy of a whole group. That's what I'm hoping for. What could the new era look like? Imagine an RHONJ season that introduces a young, up-and-coming real estate mogul from Hoboken, or a fiery restaurateur from Newark with ties to both Team Teresa and Team Melissa. Maybe even a single mom influencer from Montclair balancing TikTok stardom and PTA meetings. Gorga wants to see a broader range of New Jersey represented, culturally, socially, and generationally. We've seen the Italian family drama, and I love it. It's who we are. But Jersey is so much more. There are women doing incredible things. I want to see their stories too. The idea isn't to replace the core, but to reframe it. I love this show. I want it to thrive, Melissa concluded. And sometimes thriving means knowing when to pivot. If that means I eventually step aside for new voices, I'd be proud to have helped build that foundation. Fans react. Online, fans are split but intrigued by Gorga's suggestion. Some say it's long overdue. that RHONJ has been stuck in a repetitive loop of grudges and needs new direction. Others argue the existing cast still has more to give, if only producers would explore different narrative angles. Either way, Melissa's comments have reignited conversations about the future of the Garden State's favorite guilty pleasure. One thing is clear: the audience wants evolution, not extinction. So will Bravo listen? Will we see fresh blood stirring the signature Sunday sauce next season? Time will tell. But if Melissa Gorga has her way, the winds of change are already blowing through Jersey.